Hello, Budget Dolls. I'm Margot, and welcome to Budgets Untamed. Tonight, we're going to do a quick video for expense planning because I have not done that in a while. And I still have budgeters asking questions about, I still hear budgeters asking questions about what do you do with your bills? Because a lot of cash budgeters show themselves stuffing their cash, but they don't really talk about their bills. So I wanted to do that tonight. And I do have other videos where I have spoken about this in the past. So I just want to refresh everybody to let you know how I do handle my bills.
You dealing with a body of course, or you dealing with the boss?
Okay, so this is a planner that I purchased from Keleva Plan, and it is a budget binder, and she puts out one every year. I'm not sure how long she's been doing that. I know she did it last year and this year. Okay, so what I love about it is within her, now some of these pages I've put in myself, but what she has included for us in this budget binder is the annual or the yearly spread of bills that are due. And so I love this because I have streamlined my bills to the point where I know exactly what to pay for each paycheck. So if you want to get started, you need to start by writing down every bill that you have and the date that is due. Next to that, write down what you normally pay on it every month, whether or not you're paying it in full or whether or not you just make a payment. Write that down, write down all your streaming, write down everything. If you pay Cricket every month, if you pay for Canva, if you pay for Netflix, if you pay for Hulu, whatever you pay for every month, you write it down so that we can determine how much is coming out of each paycheck. So that was the next thing that I did. I took all of that information and put it on the paper in groups based upon which check was going to pay it. Some people are fortunate enough to get paid every week. Some people get paid bi-weekly, and some of us get paid semi-monthly, which is only twice a month. So for that, I streamlined it to the point where I wanted to determine from the 1st through the 14th, which bills are going to be paid, and then from the 15th through the 30th, which bills are going to be paid. So that's exactly how I do my semi-monthly paycheck. Semi-monthly paycheck means I only receive 24 paychecks a year, where most people receive 26. So that's another thing that I had to budget. Okay, so that first step is so important. If you're laying on the side of the bed, if you're sitting in your car, write something down or take the notes in your phone and just start jotting down your bills and how much they are until you get a comprehensive list. That's what you need. Then you need to scrub that list and make sure everything in there is exactly how much you pay and the date that it's due. Okay, so we are on to May, and this is the end of the month, so I was paid yesterday. So the rest of the bills that are due what I'm going to pay is from the 15th through the 30th, okay? And I just want to write these down. Okay, so as far as Washington Gas is concerned, that's going to be $28, and I'm going to write down the 15th here. Now, the reason I do the 1st through the 15th is because I do have everything on auto pay. Now, I didn't in the beginning. I used to cash stuff my bills. Then I got to the point where I knew exactly what was coming in and out. I streamlined everything. I got rid of a lot of stuff, and then now I'm left with my bare necessities that I need. This does not include the cash. Okay, so Washington Gas, my stove, oven, and my heater is gas. So it's very cheap. It's going to be $28 this month, and that is the 15th. The middle column is asking, what date was it paid. So I'm going to write down the 15th. I know this is redundant, but I do it anyway, and it's going to be 28. Okay, storage is going to be 133, and that gets paid on the 16th. And it is 138. 133 got stuck in my head and it will not go away. Okay, so for the IRS, I'm putting aside $160, and that gets paid on the 15th as well. Streaming, I raised it to $60, and that is the 15th and the 15th. Now, how I pay from what I did with my streaming is I went through and I figured out exactly how much I was paying for those subscriptions. And if you have an Apple iPhone, it's just going to tell you everything. All you got to do is click the word subscriptions in your settings and it will tell you. And that way you can go in and delete some things if needed. Delete, cancel, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so my progressive insurance for my car is going to be $87, and that's due on the 18th. Xfinity is going to be $100, and that's due on the 19th. Credit One, I'm going to pay $100, and that's due on the 15th of the month as well. Exactly. I'm not exactly sure what date that's due. I just know that it's due in this portion of my month. Care Credit, on the 16th, that's going to be $100. Okay, so now for my snowball, I'm going to go down to my snowball, and I had budgeted $120 for the month, but it's going to be, I'm going to put in 51 this time. I think the last time I put in 50, so I didn't quite make my 120. I'm going to shoot for that for June. So for my snowball, I'm going to put down the 15th. And I'm paying 51. Okay, so as far as my cash plan is concerned, that's going to be, let me see, that number is generally always the same, and I always second guess it. Okay, so that's going to be $220 for wait, 220 plus okay, so it's going to be $375 in total. Okay. And then savings is going to be about $153 from that. Or 155. It's going to be 155. Okay, so now what I do is I total this amount for the bills because it varies, you know, because your gas and your electric Fortunately, those are separate times of the month. But anyway, the number is always different. Sometimes your streaming can be different. And your credit cards, those numbers are always different. So what I do is I add these up. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, I forgot gas. Oh my goodness, you guys, I forgot gas. Let me not forget gas. Okay, 15th. How did I forget gas? I don't know how I did that. But you see what I mean? And sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board. You just have to go back to the drawing board and you have to continue to perfect it. Now, I already knew gas was there. I just simply forgot to write it down. And gas is so much more expensive than it used to be. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Okay, so I'm writing that down, so I don't forget. Okay, so let's see where we are now. $8.48. Okay, that is the number that I'm looking for. So the total is going to be $8.48. And I'm going to take this amount and transfer it into my bill pay account. And that's how I do it. That is exactly how I do it. So now I can go ahead before I even go to sleep and I can transfer this money into the bill pay account so that when those bills hit, the money is already there. That $75 I included in the bill pay because I don't like to go to the gas station with cash because most of them are debit and credit and you take care of it outside. So I don't like going inside the gas station. So I put this as part of my bills, and then I use my my debit card that's associated with this account to pay that whenever I go to the pump. That's exactly what I do with the gas because I'm not paying cash. I'm not going into the gas station unless I absolutely have to. And that's all that I have for today, dolls. We'll talk soon. Stay tuned for my cash planning video and please subscribe. Also, share my video with anyone that you think needs to hear it. And we'll talk soon, dolls. Bye-bye.